A quick review on the Pixelman camera. You can get it on Amazon. It's this particular part number here. It was $36 when I bought it a couple of weeks ago. This is January of 2023. It's a very nice camera. It's all metal. I've got it mounted right there, and this is a Ford Expedition I put it in, a 2011. I mounted under the chrome piece there. I'll just go ahead and I'll open it up. And so what I did was I took that chrome piece off, of course, when I did this job. And I took off, this inner trim here, which is pretty easy to take off. I forget what Ford might have had those screw rivets there. Those always kind of break. So I got these things on, probably Amazon, a box of these push pin type things. There's a few clips. I think I might have broke one. You basically just, I think you have to pull this piece off first. This piece has clips that go in this way. So there's two on this side, two on that side, and it's like this. I think there's 3 or 4 up here. So just kind of grab this thing and pull it. Grab this thing and kind of push it that way. That'll pop right out. That pulls right off. There's probably some videos on YouTube to try to do that. That guy basically pulls down. There is a couple of screws, a couple of Torx. I forget what T's are up in here. A couple of whatever's up in there. There's nothing under here. I think that's just a thing too. In case something happens to the latch, you can just get in there with a tool, whatever. That's about it. And then there's two little screws. So this thing here, you gotta lift the latch when doing that too. So I got 2 scrivets there. Again, those always kind of break off. So I got some in my box of Amazon there, whatever. Take it off, and the whole thing just kind of slides up. This is U-shaped around here, so it just slides up over that. Take that off, and so basically what I did was again, there's the camera there. It's all metal. It's really nice. These are actually slotted, so in case you're not perfectly aligned, you can actually move that around a little bit to get it all lined up. And like I said, when I ran it through, of course I'm not going to show here because it's the cover's on. But basically I ran it through the metal and up around the motor and stuff, and I kind of tucked the wires. There's some Ford wires. Up here I just kind of tucked it in with those wires there. And ran it up here, this side, and it's a little bit short, it's more made for a car. So the video cable and the power connector is actually like right in this area right here. So what I did was I kept going up through here, and then I came down through this little rubber accordion booty thing here from Ford. So I got the 2 wires going through there. The wire for the camera, of course, the yellow, the RCA jack, and the power. The RCA jack, I actually pulled this piece down, pulled off this piece of trim here, and I took my little fish tape and I just kind of fished the RCA cable down there towards that pillar right there. And that's just you pry off that little plastic thing. A little plastic up at the top there, and there's like an 11mm screw into there, and underneath that seatbelt bracket is a T50, I think it is. Those are torqued. I torqued them to 40, I think it was 45 foot-pounds. Make sure you torque those, and there is blue thread lock on those too. Pull that piece off, then real easy to just fish the cable down through the passenger side here. By the way, I think this has the power. I think you could just power that whole antenna from the radio remote power lead. So I just pulled this little gasket up a little bit, just kind of, there's enough room where you can just kind of tuck your hand, just fish that cable down there. Those little things, those little sills, those just lift right up too. Tucked it under there, tucked it under there. Tucked it under the glove box, clipped it onto, I think it's the antenna lead that goes up to this thing right here. There is a power, by the way, there is a power antenna booster is actually behind this pillar right here. So make sure when you hook your radio up, if you're aftermarket radio, of course, that you do connect the power antenna, at least in this vehicle. I think a lot of the later model vehicles do use a power amplifier. I think I said power antenna booster. It's not a power antenna, it's a power amplifier. Maybe it's just these vehicles with the antennas that are in the glass here. So I only got like 2 or 3 radio stations. I'm not realizing I had to hook that up. I did call. I had to put a power acoustic in this vehicle, and I called Power Acoustic, and they said, yes, you have to hook it. The Ford Expedition does use an amplifier. So Power Acoustic, I'll talk about that. So basically, again, I tucked that all up in there nicely, and then the power wire, what I did was I just came back down through here. This piece, I did take this pillar off again, another T50. Right, and I just had, there's a little slotted hole in the metal here. I just kind of tucked it in, and I drilled a little tiny hole, pulled the light out, of course, drilled a little tiny hole up there, just kind of pulled the wire down, clipped it onto the I think it's a green and black wire. And I didn't clip it onto the ground wire. They said that's you might get noise, so I just scraped away some metal inside there and just drilled a little hole, and just shoved a nice screw in there with a little lug on the end. So I'll take a quick look at the how it looks. Again, it's nice camera. It's a very nice. It doesn't have any adjustable ones. My Honda here, you can actually do like wide angle, like a fisheye, regular wide angle, and then like do like a low view, like near the bumper or something. So that would be nice because I actually tow a camper, and this would be nice to line up the trailer ball. I'll show you what it looks like, right? It does have the little loops. A lot of these Asian ones have like 3 loops, a white loop. I forget the other 2 colors. I did cut the white loop. That actually puts a display on the stereo. So I cut that loop, and basically I just want to show you what it looks like. I'm slushy out here today. Just gonna get in here for a second and put it into reverse. And just put that in there for a second. Nice about it is, so there it is right there. You can see those are the lines that come from Power Acoustic. Those yellow, green, and red, whatever they are. Those are all adjustable in the stereo as well too. The other one actually had some. The loop that I cut had a couple of more lines that were like really kind of wide. They're not adjustable. That's why I said I just kind of cut them off. I didn't find them of use. But it's one nice thing about the stereo. That's what the stereo meant. When you go to boot the stereo up, it takes a minute. You see, hey, that's kind of weird. It must have the remote accessory power must still be active. Usually, if when you're going to start it, it's like Power Acoustic again. But when you put it in reverse, it does come. It comes right away. So that way, if the radio's booted, it's just a camera input at that point. Kind of a nice feature. All right, there's a quick review on the Pixelman.